Hello, welcome again to another episode of Kickin' It with Kpop, and I am here with the lovely Beth Sharland. Wow, and Doug Bratton. Whoa, what's up? Hi. How are you guys on this lovely day today?
You want to go first, Beth?
I'm doing really well. Doug and I have just had a coffee meeting beforehand, so we're caffeinated and ready to go, I think.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
I grabbed a Monster and a Mountain Dew first. It's going to go swimmingly well.
Yeah.
So we're here to talk about your campaign for your Isolation Kickstarter, which looks lovely. I'm excited about this. Very excited. So I can't wait to get into this and figure this all out. So
thank you.
So how long have the two of you been working together?
Is
it
a little over 2 years now, Beth?
Yeah, I think probably 2.5 years.
Okay.
I did on issue 1, so since Isolation's been happening.
Ooh,
yep.
Cool. Very nice. And
yeah.
then let me flip. There you go. You guys are up there now.
Beth started off. She was brought on the team for issue 1 as our letterer, but kind of does everything. She's been a variant cover artist for us. She's a brilliant artist. She's an inker and is doing inks on our next installment, and is also kind of like a co-editor. So Beth just does everything.
You're the whole shebang. Yeah.
Yep.
Can't get
great indie creator collaborator. So.
Yeah, I know. When he sent me the thing of like what the thing that you did, it was like it's like boop, 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 boop. I was like, wow, Beth is getting it. Let's go, Beth. We got some awesome people in the chat. Let's say hey to them real quick. All the way from 1 p.m. in the afternoon, we have GT Key Comics. What is up, GT? How are you doing? All the way from Japan. What's up, Kirby? How are you doing? Las Cruces, all the way from New Mexico. What's up, Las Cruces? Ooh. And we have, what's up, Joe? How are you doing? Hey, how are you? We were just speaking about you and Gary, and there's Gary. What is up, Gary? How are you guys? We got Boggs is in the chat. What's up? Ooh, she is a great artist. We're going to hear all about that today, and I'm excited. And then we got Eric, who's one of our guests during AAIPM. Oh my God. All the drinks are hitting me right now. AAPI month for Asian Heritage. What is up, Eric? How are you doing today? Oh, and we got Michael. What's up? How are you guys? And all the peeps are popping in here now. We're gonna get rolling. So, because they've just lovely popped in here, would you like to just full on introduce yourself? We can start with Doug because Beth just did a little thingy poo. So, hi, Doug. How are you?
Hi. Thanks again for having us on. Doug Bratton. I wear many hats in life, but in this space, I am the creator and writer for the comic Isolation. I have written books and was a newspaper and magazine cartoonist for 15 years prior to shifting focus and working on Isolation. So I love to write, and I've written in the comic space for almost 20 years, just kind of all over the place.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't know anything about this of you until people were like, hey, he's got a Kickstarter. I was like, what? You have a Kickstarter? Because I did not know this, but that's awesome that you do the cartoons and now you're writing stuff. That's cool. That's really neat.
You.
Yeah.
And hi, Beth.
Yeah. I'm great. I'm Beth. I'm the letterer on Isolation. I ink as well. I went to the Joe Kubert School of Cartooning and Graphic Art, so I'm trained in sort of all aspects of comic book creation. And yeah, I help Doug out with anything that needs helping out on Isolation right now.
Oh, that's so cool. Now I'm glad to have met both of you because you just told me earlier we got to know you were both horror fans, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah, huge horror fan. Doug, maybe not so much.
A little bits of it,
yes.
But I'm not. Beth is the aficionado, so
yeah.
Okay, so maybe our enthusiasm for horror during this podcast, whatever you want to call this, will enlighten you to want to open your eyes to go watch more.
I've tried my best. I think I'm trying to start him slow and steady into
Okay.
but yeah,
All
it's
right.
going to be a tough one, I think.
Right. So where are you at right now? What kind of floats your boat with the horror stuff? Like old school classic stuff? Either one of you, yeah.
Go ahead. What's your horror?
Mine's much more limited, but I tend to like the more like realistic suspense horror.
Ooh,
Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon, that sort of more realistic horror space, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good genre. There's some pretty good ones in there as well.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. I'm sort of all over the place.
Yes.
I started really basic, and I started first and foremost. I used to watch horror movies muted so I wouldn't get as scared, and then I would unmute them and rewatch them so that I could actually enjoy the experience. And now I'm like full into it. I've seen most of them. I really wanted to watch Abigail, but I haven't had the opportunity yet. So,
Yes, same. I have not seen that one either. I'm kind of behind on all my TV/movie things happening right now, but that's one looks really good. I
was excited, but I never got the chance.
So are you like me when you put on a movie, you kind of doodle along with whatever's happening and kind of draw something as you're going? Because I do that a lot.
Yeah, a lot of times I like, especially if you've got, near and dear to my heart, Sam from Trick or Treat. He's just the cutest little guy. So anytime we've got cool horror, especially when there's some really awesome practical effects, some good creature design, that's always great inspiration for doodling.
Did you back their Kickstarter last year for the new Omni? It comes with a new store. There's a whole new story in it as well. Here we go. Yeah, check Backer Kit. I think it's on Backer Kit. If you want to pick it up, but yeah, it's amazing. It's so good. Well, let me throw it back over there. That's literally been next to me since I unboxed it, so that's cool. Hey guys, I love. I really want to make a plushie out of him because he looks all soft and like squishy, and I
he's got toddler proportions as well.
Yes,
oh, God. I love him.
The kid that played him, he's not a kid anymore. I don't know how old this kid is now. He's like maybe 20. They were just at Astronomicon, like the one before this one, and people were going bananas. They were like, "Oh my God, I love you." It was so cool. Ooh, Vogs, you're going to be on Gary's show tonight? Nice. I hope you bring all kinds of cool stuff and you kick ass on there as well. Yes, go check it out. Ooh, Michael, got your air conditioning fixed. So now you're going to be chilling. Yes. Oh, what is this isolation you speak of? What's up, Boar? We're going to get into that in just a second. So let me just say hey to a couple more people that popped in here. What's up, Scotty? Hey, here's another. If you ever need another one, here's another one that does really good interviews on Mondays. There you go.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yes. And we got Rocky. What's up, Rocky? How are you doing? Yes. Come by, listen. We're going to be going over their Kickstarter very, very soon. So hang on one second. Actually, let me drop the link to that right now. That way you guys have that. You can go check it out because that's why we're here. Because this ends in like 12 hours. Oh, shoot. What did I do?
Yep.
Yeah.
I hit the wrong button. There we go. I don't know what I did. Hit something. Now it's frozen. There we go. Super pro stream today. Super pro stream. Okay. Hold on. All right. Paste that there. Wait, why is this not pasting? What is happening today? Nothing is working.
It's Doug's presence. He's cursing.
That might be the case. Let's see. Oh, we also got Steppo. What's up, Steppo? Hi. Yes, I am trying to just get my things loaded because none of this is loaded until we're streaming. Then it's loaded. There we go. All right, cool. All right. Pasted all that. I got all that. So would you like to explain what isolation is all about? Then we'll go to the Kickstarter and go check all this out.
Sure. I'll give the short pitch. Isolation is a non-linear complex mystery. It's about a researcher in the early 1990s who uncovers a secretive community named Isolation in Louisiana that had 3 years of extreme murders, 1869, 1919, and 1949, and then the community disappeared without a trace from history.
Whoa.
Yeah, spooky.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it. And I have this thumbnail over here, which is actually one of the covers that you have on here. And I'm so drawn to that because I love a good like watercolory, just super graphic. Oh, wait, let's look at this.
Yeah, I have it right here.
Oh,
there we go. Doug's got it. Doug's
got it. All right.
Got a glare, but it's here.
All right, hold on. Let's. There we go. There we go. Yes, it looks lovely. I love the colors in there.
Yeah,
love the colors.
Yeah, I've got the other 4 issues as well. If you want to see the rest of the covers.
Yes, let's look at these. Oh, cool.
That's another one by Delia Gunderson, one of our lead artists. We got issue 3. The first 4 issues were all illustrated by Delia Gunderson and Chase Cowan. And Delia did the covers for the first 4 as well. Mm-hmm. That one's one of my favorites. You've got a great reflection in the knife there.
Yeah.
Oh, those are cool. They give me very like late 70s, early 80s, like slasher movie covers.
Absolutely. I think that was one of the inspirations when Doug was talking to Delia about doing the covers. I believe the 80s slashes, especially with that first one with the axe, is very Halloween.
Yes. Yeah. Halloween, Maniac, all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. You know who it is. I know Scotty's in here too. I know he's a huge horror buff as well. Brigadude. What are we talking about Brigadude for? It's a good movie, by the way. Oh, Matt. This guy seems sketchy.
Matt's my buddy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I've seen him a bunch of places in the community. Yeah. All of these guys are in here. They're all awesome. So I know we're going to try to keep this short because you have another interview coming up. So we're going to go get to your Kickstarter. So hold on. Let me open this really quick. And there you go. Boom. Allow that. And then hold on. Move that little doohickey. And then boop, there we go. Ha. Oh, the town disappears. Yes, Brigadude. Yes, now I get what you're saying. Yes. So is the tale of what is it? Tir na Og? The Irish tale as well, which is also based on Brigadude. Yep. They based it off. What's up, Legend?
Now we're connecting the dots to the chat.
Yes. Yeah, I got Legend. We got CJ. More people in here. Squirrel Wars. Look, we're pro squirrels in this stream. Let's go. Well, these guys are hilarious. Oh, you have a video. Nice. We can watch that in a second. That'd be cool. Wait, hold on. Just up here. All right. So for those who are just joining, they have 12 hours to go. So this is going to end tomorrow, June 7th at 7:16 a.m. EDT time. So you've already crushed your goal here. So if anybody is thinking about backing, you don't have to worry about funding because they have completely annihilated that goal. So congrats on that. Big time. That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know you would never isolate a hot dog. I know.
We have also hit our first 2 stretch goals. And because of about $2,100 in contributions and that have come in offline, we're about 800 away from our 3rd stretch goal. So, which we can get into those if you'd like now or later.
Oh, well, I'll play the trailer, then we'll go down because what I like to do is go down whatever you guys have on your Kick page, and then I go up and then go down whatever the tiers are. So
sounds great.
We fully get into this on here. So that's why I know people sometimes have questions as we're going along. So yes. What's up, Edwin? You'll be guest on Sunday. What's up? Oh, nice. I hope you very kick butt on your cooking for the family. See you later. And thank you for stopping by. Yes. Very nice. All right, let's get into your trailer. Okay, so I gotta unplug for this. Gotta do that thingy. I gotta do that thingy. I know. All right. Let's watch the trailer now. was just jam-packed full of action.
Thank you. My brother Dave is actually.
Everyone hates it. Everything get muted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can hear you guys. Oh, no, I can go ahead. I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say my brother Dave, who is a tremendous video editor, put that together with actual like interior and cover clips from Isolation, and then took quotes from the various reviews and put those in. Beth and I did not write those. Those were actual review quotes.
Nice. No, I liked it. I liked how it showed like the black and white panels, but also showed some of the colors from the covers as well, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that was nice. I like that. It was cool.
Yeah, he did a great job. He did an absolutely amazing job with that.
He did.
Yeah. Just from seeing that, I got vibes from a couple of things that make me excited, because I'm like, yeah, I need to find out way more about this now, because I caught my attention now. All right. So this is it's issues 1 through 4 in a collected edition. Is that what this is?
Yes,
that's correct. Yep.
Okay, nice. Oh, we got 23. What's up, 23? Hi, how are you? Okay, go over here. Okay, so right here, just looking at this here, let me open this over here. Go through and check out this art, because this is awesome. So is this the main cover?
Yeah, this is issue 1's cover.
Okay.
Cover A. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's lovely. No, I love like the watercolor and the blues and the reds and the oranges. It's lovely.
Yeah,
gives
and
that super vibe.
Yeah, all traditional. She hand paints them, I believe, using watercolors.
Oh, it looks so good. It's either watercolor or some kind of ink, because it looks gorgeous. And then what do we have here? Oh, let me just open this in here. Oh, okay. Oh, we got a celeb in the in the chat.
Joe.
Comics. We got some Joe here. Yes. Yeah, I love it. It looks old time, like kind of like the old mysteries as well from like the 50s.
Very noir. Yes.
Yes, very noir. Yes, I like that.
And in the 90s framing story, there's a lot of intrigue and danger that comes along. It's not just a researcher kind of, let me read about what happened. She is in grave danger because she found out about isolation, and there are still people 50 years later who do not want the story of isolation out there in the world, or actually 40 years later. This is Beth's cover.
Yeah, that's the Comic-Con exclusive cover for issue 1 that I was able to do.
Ooh, it's lovely. Did you do this traditionally?
No, so I did the initial sketches and designs. That's all traditional. And then for the sake of speed and accuracy with the newspaper quotes, I did the rest digitally. So those newspapers in the back, that conspiracy board, they are genuine articles from the story itself. I talked to Doug and asked for some spoiler-free newspapers from the story.
We actually caught right before it went to print, if someone would have really looked closely, and we edited it out, but there is actually a newspaper headline that gave away a huge murder in issue 6. So we got rid of that.
Yeah.
Oh my, because CJ had a question here. Any thoughts on making isolation part of the previews distribution list? Good question. Possibly.
Yeah, well, that comes with having distribution through one of the major distribution channels, which at this point we do not. Our publisher who published the first 4 issues, Reggie, people know him as Reggie Collects. Reggie Simmons started Swolger Publishing. He left the publishing and comics world, including YouTube, earlier this year. And we asked Reggie for permission to have the rights to the first 4 issues, to collect it, do a Kickstarter in hopes of continuing the series independently.
Okay, that's awesome, because I already know I have a bunch of indie publishers probably watching right now that or is hanging here. So if you hear that, guys, hit him up.
Yes.
Nice. So I had Scott on as well not too long ago for the Marcus book.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I was a lecturer on that as well.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yep.
cool. That's awesome. I love how the little world like connects. Look at Matt giving you some praise. My legit favorite comic book series out right now. I can't wait to read issue 5. Hint, hint. Well, he just said there were spoilers for issue 6 earlier, so I'm guessing 5 is happening.
That's the next one. Yep.
Yes. Yeah, so this cover is very intriguing. So it's really small here, but if I go back and blow this up, the amount of detail that's in this background is insane. So you've got all these articles back here, but I like how it's like the pinky purpley blues, but it's all like the interconnecting, like how like you would see on a crime board, like, you know, the details and stuff, but also there's photos and there's maps in here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a whole full-on map, which I'm guessing is part of the isolation town.
Yep. No. Absolutely. So the map is pretty much as close to the reference maps for isolation that I could find. And then I put some portraits of some other characters as well, hidden in the back. Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun with this one. It was a really cool exercise in sort of a more abstract take on a cover.
I actually really like it, and I love your detail here. How like the background, like the very underground of it is just like kind of like that soft brush strokes, but then you have like the outlines of like the face and stuff. That looks really pretty.
Thank you.
Let's see.
It's amazing.
Isolation is clearly one of the best, if not the best, mystery horror comic books in the market right now. Well, bam, you hear that, guys. You got to be hitting Doug up to get his IP out there. Check out the latest previews. Yeah, there's a lot of more indie companies going to the preview books lately, which is actually pretty cool. And what's up, Damien? But yeah, this is a very
if anybody
cool
has
cover.
tips on that, I'm all ears. So
yeah, definitely go hit him up if you have any pointers on that. But yeah, that's your cover. That's great. Let's see more quotes from people. I love this panel here. I just want to open this because this is awesome.
That's one of my absolute favorites.
Yes, I saw that during the trailer and I was like, oh, this gives me so many cool vibes and I love it. I love like the old calligraphy style, like watercoloring vibes to this, which I love that style of art. It's great.
It really captures, there are definitely both fantasy and horror elements, obviously, and history. And some of these panels really capture some of the more mysterious elements of the story that I don't necessarily want to give away, but if everybody reads the trade, they'll get sucked right into it.
I think it also benefits from being black and white. Sometimes when you get, especially like the kind of thriller mystery books and they're in full color, especially like that Marvel style color where everything's a bit shiny, I think kind of lose some of the atmosphere. So I think black and white was really helpful for this.
I completely agree. Horror and that dark, gritty mystery vibe look really great in either just line work or just simple, just like black and whites across the board, because you really get that eerie feeling to it when you're reading it. So it really helps you bring it together, especially if it's on newsprint, because if it's on newsprint, then you don't have that shiny stuff. Yeah, good. Oh, what's up, Jackson? How you doing? And good question, CJ. Are you going to any upcoming cons?
Not
I'll almost definitely be at New York Comic Con in the fall. I've been most years, and we went to San Diego 2 years ago for the launch of issue number 1. But I'll probably, I was at New York doing signings the last 2 years. I'm sure I'll be back there, and I'll try and drag Beth out with me.
I hope you do. Yes.
She came this year. She came. We did a CBCS signing, and Beth joined us for that.
Yeah,
that's cool. Do you have a specific con that you'd want to try to go to?
Doug or me?
Either one.
We'll go Beth. We'll go you, Beth.
Yeah, let's go Beth.
Comic-Con's really fun. I also really like the smaller cons. There's one that a local high school puts out. I believe it's Phillipsburg Comic-Con, and that's really cool because it's the high school students run that, and they're all extremely passionate. So that one's very special, I think.
That's awesome. I love that. There's one here this weekend on a high school, which is also kind of awesome because it's Bill Morrison's high school. So him and a bunch of like the local comic guys and the comic shops go there and do like a whole 2-day thing, like inside the gym. It's pretty neat.
It's always fantastic when it's any kind of younger crowd, because they're just so full of passion and energy. And I love that. I always love that.
Have you gone just for fun to any horror conventions? Because those are amazing.
I really wanted to go to Monsterpalooza. I really, really wanted to. I couldn't.
I want to go to that so bad. That looks amazing.
Bucket list. For sure.
It is. I tell you what, will you ever do that? Let me know. I will meet you there and we will go do Monsterpalooza because I'm down. I've been wanting to go to that since I've heard about it. It looks so cool.
Yeah, that's the one.
Awesome. Nam, I know you left Seattle several days ago and you're on your way back to Virginia right now. Please take a break from driving and just chill for a little bit. Get you some rest for a hot minute, Nam. Good question. How many copies of Isolation are you printing? So this is a collected edition for issues 1 through 4. And then you had each of individual issues for 1 through 4. So how many of those did you print altogether?
So the total print run of the first 4 issues was between 10 and 12,000 copies total. Obviously, there were, more of issue number 1. There was a Comic Tom exclusive, some things like that. But the print runs of the first 4 issues range from a little under 1,000 up to issue number 1. That was, I think, over 6,000 copies sold. That's sold, not printed. I'm not. Sold copies. We were between 10 and 12,000. So for the trade, it really depends kind of where we finish up with the Kickstarter and how much we can put towards that printing versus rewards. And I'm trying to use the bulk of the money we raise to pay my awesome collaborators like Beth to do issue number 5. So I'm sure we'll print, for the Kickstarter, we'll probably print a few hundred copies of the trade and partner up with some of the local comic shops that put out Isolation comics. And then from there, if we do additional print runs, we'll change it up a bit. So everybody who backs the Kickstarter gets like a really unique, cool kind of limited run book.
I like that. I like when people offer something that's a little bit more limited, especially during a campaign, because those backers are out there hustling, getting you funded, which is awesome.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. And hey, by the way, forgot to say hey. Thank you for the questions. And CJ, I have a couple of your questions queued up already, and I will be getting back to that in a second. But Nam, yes, you have 7 hours to go. Definitely take a break and just chill and relax for a hot minute before you take off again, because you've been going gung-ho from here to there. So be safe. But yeah, no, I love that panel so much. That's probably my favorite panel that I've seen in that whole trailer. And I adore that so much. And hold on. I just noticed some details on this. I was like, well, here.
So that's issue 2, another cover by Delia Gunderson.
Ooh. Okay, so this is the same character that was in your cover as well?
Doug,
no.
do you know who that is?
No, so that is River. The one featured on Beth's cover is Mandy Connors, who's kind of the researcher, like the lead focus of the 1992 story. River is one of the characters in the 1869 story. So issue number 1 introduces all 4 of the timelines. After that, the rest of book 1 until the final chapter focuses heavily on the 1992 and 1869 stories and tells the complete 1869 story.
Oh, that's cool. In the detail, I don't know if you guys can see this, in this eye is there's a guy in there holding up a gun. Very detective, very noir in the eyeball. Yep. That's awesome. That's super cool.
So after the issue number 1A cover, we decided to stick with, for the first story arc, the first 4 issues, with the reflection theme. So each of the 4 cover A's all have some sort of reflection vibe to them. And there's a bad guy in the eyeball there.
Oh, that's cool. This detail work right here, just like the shading that's on the leaf, that's awesome. And I love that you guys kept like the same tones and shades throughout each one of the covers, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at these guys. Look at these bad guys.
So these are now interiors. I believe this is issue 3, Doug. Interiors.
3. Yep. Chase.
And Chase Cowan. Yeah, this is Chase Cowan's work. So he joined us for issue 3. And he and Delia are the 2 lead artists on both.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Yeah, CJ, I've got all your questions queued up. We will get to those before we end. But
I'll mention while you have this panel up too, because this is an assassin squad going after someone in issue 3. Every single issue of Isolation, while it's obviously interconnected to a much bigger story, is a story about one or more of the killings during that time period. So every single story has the story of individual or individuals who are killed during this period of murder.
Period of murder. That's intriguing. To say the least. And I like how you have the different period timepieces as well. That's even awesome. What's up, Shadow? What's up? How you guys doing? Yes, right on time. Yes, you're right on time. Going over all the cool art right now. We're learning more about the Isolation. And we actually had a whole bunch of other people jump back in here. So would you like to give just a tiny bit of just a little about what the story is about? Some people that are actually, there's Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. So Isolation is a mystery series. It takes place in 4 different time periods and focuses on a secretive hidden community in Louisiana called Isolation that has some very mysterious connections to a larger world and some slightly supernatural elements.
Very cool. No, that sounds absolutely amazing. And if you guys want towards the end, I'll play the trailer again because it's like just 30 seconds, but it's very impactful when you see that.
This is a cover by Elena Morton, who was an artist assistant for Delia on the first 2 issues and an awesome Hubert School graduate and artist in her own right. And she did a portrait cover from one of our main characters in the 1869 story, Alexandra Blackwood.
Oh, that's cool. And I like how there's still like the crime elements in here. There's some.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this was the exclusive blood splatter variant of this cover.
Oh, okay.
It was a secret variant. It wasn't.
That's right. Secret.
It wasn't published in advance, and we slipped some in with a different, a slightly different version of it with the blood splatters. That's how you can tell. If you got one with blood drops on it, you got the secret variant. They're mostly above her head, I believe, but you could see.
Oh, here, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, okay. So that was a secret variant, but
Yep.
yeah, this is unique. I like how you have like the bloody fingerprint.
Yep.
That's cool. And I don't know where Alan is, but he's got some bunnies and some knives. Let's go.
Yep.
It's adorable. I don't know why that's there, but I want to find out.
That does connect to dots in the story too.
They're not just random bunnies and knives because
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past her. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, I want to read about this now. And no, that is not me. I want to ask this question from CJ because it's actually a really cool question. How do you go about choosing the artist for your covers?
Well, great question. Originally, Delia, who's our cover A artist, is the lead artist on issues 1 and 2. So we wanted to give cover work to the interior artists as well. And a lot of these covers, like Beth and Elena, were also artists who worked on the book. Now, there were other artists hired for other variant covers that were connected with store exclusives or Comic Tom exclusives, things like that. But most of the artists that we've tried to use have been those who are connected to the project. There's actually a variant cover for issue number 2 that you'll probably see later as we go through it by an artist, Adam Shermer, who's a graphic designer who actually created the Isolation logo for us. And we wanted to give him a cover.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yep.
That's very nice. I like that a lot. So Beth, how did you feel about doing your variant cover? Because you were working on lettering and inking some other stuff, and then you got your own cover.
It's always fantastic to be able to do a few different things on a project. It really helps build that connection with the team as a whole, and also help connect you more to the story. So I loved it. I was very excited to do it. I panicked immediately because I had no idea what I was going to do. But then, took some time, did some thumbnails, talked to Reggie and Doug about the ideas that they were going. I believe they went on my Instagram and they saw one of these experimental sketches that I'd done and sent it to me saying, can you do something in a similar vein to this?
Yeah.
And the answer is always yes. And that's how I did it. And then I also did another one for issue 2 as well, which I have here. I'm pretty small, so I don't know if you can see it.
There you go. Ooh.
So that's issue 2 with one of the main villains. That's that.
That's cool.
If Joe's still in the chat, Joe, I think that's one of the issues you're missing that I'm going to send you a copy of.
Oh, he might still be. He's still looking around. Can you hold that up for like one more second?
Yeah.
Okay. So I like that you kept some of the elements that were from the first cover that you did. You had the articles in the back, and I see like the sketchily vibes on top of that. Yeah, I know. I dig that. That's a cool style.
Yeah. It was the idea was to have, always have the same backing articles. If I do any future covers, hint to Doug, that through line of the same backing.
Yep.
Well, that's perfect because they should be on all the rest of the covers. And he says he doesn't have that one. And Sleepy just back. Thank you, Damien. Thank you very much for backing.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
that's
thank
awesome.
you. That's incredible. Thank you so much.
Let's go ahead and open this tab real quick. We got some cool looking like slashery vibes here. Ooh. Oh, from Brian LCS. Oh, he also just had a Kickstarter. Oh, wait, what am I doing? There we go. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It happens. But yeah, there we go. That's okay. We could look at Beth's lovely face.
So this is from the 1949 time period, which is introduced in issue number 1. And each one has a very unique set of circumstances related to U.S. history going on in the community. And we have an axe murderer who you don't know who it is yet, but you'll find out if we get to continue the series long enough.
Dun dun dun.
Dun,
yes.
dun, dun.
No, that's awesome. I like that you're doing various different types of killing as well, which is awesome.
Yeah, you got to check all the boxes.
Got to check all the boxes, and it's still once again that cool. And I like that you could see the brushstrokes in this too. Like, just like, no, that's awesome. I dig that so much. Now this is gnarly. This is cool.
That is Grey Wolf, one of our main characters from the 1869 period. And if you scroll up a little bit, you'll see the reflection of... down, sorry. Yep, you'll see the reflection of a character that you saw earlier on an interior page.
Oh, okay. Nice. I like that you got the whole length of the gun in there as well on a knife. That's very unique. You don't really see that too often on that angle of a pose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saving questions, CJ. Don't worry. We're gonna go back. This is cool. I love the splatteriness of inks. Really nice. Okay. Oh, look, we got all these celebrities in the chat today. Oh, it's just such a detailed panel. I like all the books and stuff.
So
Like-
this was one of the first ones when we got back. I received it from Delia. I was like, yes, she gets the story. She gets the vibe. This is gonna work just fine. So yeah, that is a single panel. And I have that on my wall next to the original. The original for this page I have on the wall next to the original for cover A, which I also have.
Oh, that's gonna look really neat next to each other.
It's amazing. Yep.
Yeah, it looks so good. All these little pieces in here, and I bet they all have like clues to whatever it is that you're going happening.
I think there are some maps in there for sure.
Might
And
be some maps.
maps come
Artifacts.
into play a lot in this story. So
Yeah, those old timey, rickety slash curly stairs, which are lovely, but they look new there. But yes, I dig all that stuff, and this is just really cool. They really nailed the reflections, and then like that really cool like horror type moody vibe on these covers.
Mm.
this is the cover A for issue number 4, and it features 2 characters that, for those who haven't read it, have one of the more complicated relationships, and are 2 of my personal favorite characters in the story, Will Trenlow and Jean Jackson.
Ooh, I like the lantern. The lantern looks nice. That's cool.
Yeah, I think that one's my favorite of the 4 covers. I just love I love the colors. They're really, we had lots of really cool blues and oranges in the previous ones. And I like that as the covers progress, they almost get darker and more gritty and more kind of blood red as well. I think that's a really nice progression.
Yeah, I like that. You could definitely see the grittiness to it. And I like that you're still keeping the reflection theme, which is cool. And just the way that these are done with just like the solid darkness, but also the pops of color, those would look so cool in a metal cover.
Yeah.
They would look awesome. Yeah.
And just so you know, the next 4 issues covers are all designed. The theme is quite different. They are more like a Bronze Age horror vibe, almost like a haunted house kind of element, and they are all connecting. So different characters and situations that connect parts of the story of the next 4 issues.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Are you going to try to keep like every 4 issues like a different theme if you're going to go beyond?
That's the goal. You know, we love the idea of keeping a consistent theme, but I think if we tried to do 30 some odd issues of reflections, it wouldn't work. So we try and figure out what is something that is important, that's an important element to the story that we'd like to reflect uniquely in each story arc. And the next story arc is called Ghosts and Nightmares. So the horror, the kind of ghost, haunted house, spooky Bronze Age horror vibe really fits with it. So.
Oh, love it. I'm big into the supernatural thrillers and the House of Mysteries. I love all that stuff. Chambers.
That's them. Yep.
That's all the good stuff. Yeah. And here's your stretch goals, because you had a whole hunk of goals here. And you've already smashed 2 of these.
Yes. So the first goal, we were vague and just put extra pages. In addition to the story, we are including a cover gallery, character designs, and a script scene. And when we hit this goal, we've added in the rest of the stages of art production. So we have thumbnails, pencils, and then a finished pencils page with all of the pre-press overlay with Beth's lettering on it, because Beth letters on the finished pencils digitally while that's being inked, so we can save time. So that was the first stretch goal. That's 4 pages that are added because we hit that 3,000.
Very cool. And then you did your 5,000 mark, which was deleted scenes from the first appearance of a character. Ooh.
Yeah, there was a scene in issue 3 that it's an important scene I love, that we had to trim it down just to keep the page count correct. And it really bothered me that we had to cut it. It works fine without it, but it introduced the longer scene introduced a character that will be important down the road. And because we couldn't do that, we just had to save that individual and to introduce later. So we put as the second stretch goal, if we hit it, which we have, that we'll add those pages in. So those who get this will see the scene as originally intended with some notes on that, and also get the first appearance of a character that was not introduced in the comics.
Oh, that's so cool. I dig that. So that's cool. I love extra behind the scenes things. Those are awesome.
Yep.
And let me go back up here. Let's play the trailer one more time because that was actually pretty cool. Let me do that because we had a lot of people pop back in here. So hold on, let me refresh this. Gotta refresh it to get to this page. There we go. Oh, so good. Once again, so looks nice. CJ, you came here a little bit late, but yes, he said that he had his brother. Was it your brother make this?
Yes, my brother
trailer?
Dave,
Yes.
who does a lot of video editing work, made it for us. So it's great to have talented people and who help you out.
That is a very good feeling. And we actually have a comment here from CJ earlier where he said, seems very like it belongs on a vertical line, very stylistic. Yes. And Joe agrees.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Neil Gaiman's Sandman. So to say Vertigo holds a special place in my comic reading heart would be an understatement. So I appreciate that. I take that as a compliment.
It's a very good compliment. Yes. I know a lot of people are fans of the Sandman universe and Neil Gaiman that's in the chat. So that's cool. And if you're just popping in here, we're going over this Kickstarter and they've already fully funded and they only have 11 hours to go. So that's why we're here. And it's from Friday, June 7th at 7:16 a.m. EDT time. So we're going to go over your tiers now real quick. Not real quick, but we're going here. So if you just want to pledge without pledging anything, there you go. You start at $1. Go in there. Now this is cool. So you got the digital book for $10. That's awesome. So how many pages total is this? So this is 4 issues.
Story is without the extra scene or the extended scene is 112 pages, I believe. Okay. 112 or 113. Right now with the stretch goals, the first 2, there's probably an additional 20 pages of extra content. So and we are now, because it's popped up, thank you to those who are supporting it, I think we're about $770 away from that third, which would add a preview of the next issue of Isolation, the first scene from issue 5.
Well, I definitely think that you're going to crush that goal by the end of this for sure. But yeah, no, that is a decent hunk of pages for $10 digital copy. That's great. Let's see. Tier 2, the physical copy is $25. Even $25 for physical copy? That's awesome. Let's look this real quick. So let's see. So United States and Canada. So $10 to United States for shipping and $25 to Canada. That's actually not bad. So for a massive hunk of pages, that's a good deal. Yeah.
There's a if anybody backs it, there's an add-on feature if they want to buy additional copies. The one thing we kind of couldn't figure out was how to not keep charging more shipping. So if anybody buys multiple copies, we will connect and make sure they're not, if someone buys 3 books, they're not going to be charged $30 shipping. So.
Yeah. I would say do a retailer tier. We could do like 5 or more if you're going to do another one. Because that's what a lot of people do. Because I like to pick those up as well. Because then I do giveaways for people. But it's
Absolutely.
probably the easiest way to just grab like 5, because sometimes when you get to Kickstarter page, you're like, I don't know how to add stuff on. So yeah, that's a good one. Yes, there are so many celebrities in chat today. Renowned comic reviewers in the chat. Yes. Yes, thanks for everybody stopping by today. We've had nearly 30 people with all the sites that I'm streaming on together. So let's go.
That's awesome.
It's less than 10 cents a digital page. That's true. All right, so let's come down here. So if you want it signed, so for $50, you're going to get it signed, and you're going to get a lot of people are signing this. Wow.
Yep.
So it's not just signed, but yeah, go. Yeah,
Delia, Beth, myself, with at minimum.
So that's a good chunk for $50. You're gonna get the book, plus it's gonna be completely signed. Oh, it looks cool. I like that you kept the colors of the book too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Remarked cover edition. Oh, what is this all about?
So this one of the lead artists will do a remark on the cover. What we did was use the picture from one of the variant covers from an earlier issue that Delia did a remark on, just to give that as a sample of what the art might look like. I don't know if you how large you can blow it up, but the remark is really, really cool.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it looks really good here, and I like the use of the colors that they added on here.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. So that's cool. For $100, you get the massive book, which is 100-some pages, plus you get a remark edition.
Mhm.
Yep.
And there's only 4 of those left, so get on that if you guys want that. Plus, it looks like yes. What is this? Cartoonist edition. Ooh, what's a cartoon edition?
So because I was a syndicated newspaper and magazine cartoonist, and there are some people who found isolation through that, this is one where, in addition to isolation, I'm sending a signed copy of one of the published collections of my daily comic called Pop Culture Shock Therapy, as well as one of the original comic panels. So that includes original art of previously published comic work, not isolation. Okay.
No, there's a lot of guys that I know that are in chat that love the original art. Cheers. Oh, those are Doc Ock and Spidey. That's funny.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, you have some really cool cartoons. I love that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice
They're
style.
Fun. You can find a couple of those books on eBay still. They're out there in the world.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, I recently just an Amazon as well. Oh, nice. I will link your store down below if you want me to. I could do that. And yes, I recently just hit 500 subs. So thank you, CJ.
That's awesome. That's a great milestone.
It is. Yeah, I never thought that would happen for a long time. But yes, thanks, guys. Why you guys put up with me and keep coming back here, I don't know, because I just spaz out half the time. But thanks for everybody that comes in here. Okay, so that was the cartoonist edition, and then for $225 you have the writer's edition. Ooh, what's this all about?
So this you get the trade plus a hardcover book that is limited to 20 copies. That includes the 4 scripts for the first issues of Isolation complete, and also I originally wrote Isolation as a draft novel, and then switched to the comic when it was picked up by Swolger Publishing. So it also includes the first 4 novel chapters. So you get a second signed numbered book limited to 20 that has all of the scripts and all of the novel, the first 4 chapters that were the basis for the trade.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a hunk of a bundle there. And let me see. Some people grab those up already. Okay, so how much is this shipping? Yep. Okay, so that gets up because it's a massive bundle. So shipping to the US is $25 and shipping to Canada is $40. So that's a huge bundle. So you're getting a lot for the amount that's shipping in here. And funny you should ask, CJ, because he was just asking about original art. If you want commission tier here, there's a commission tier. Let's see.
And Beth and Delia both agreed to take commissions of, their character of their choice or of the artist, depending on what the individual wants. And they'll do a really nice commission with the book.
Oh, lovely. So you get a signed physical copy of the book plus the commission, which is awesome. That the art looks just absolutely lovely. And then you have a limit of 5 on those. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Those are awesome. No, the art's going to look adorable. It's awesome. Let's see. And if you want a back cover ad for $7.50, you can get on that action. Exclusive ad space in the back cover of the printed book. That's cool. I think I saw some of that on one of the issues. It looked like you had something on the back of there. So that's where that would go.
Yep. We've had on the full back cover of the comics ads for different comic shops and sponsors. And if someone would like that on the trade, they can sponsor that. Yep.
Very cool. That's awesome. Let's see. Isolation Book 1 Spoiler Edition. Whoa, what's all this? That's a massive.
This is the one, if I could afford it, I would be getting it. This is the one I'm interested in.
Yeah. Well, if there is a mega fan out there that wants to read what the first 12 issues will be before they're released, that is the draft novel edition, and they will get a copy of it. I think it's limited to 5, and it'll come in a really nice, cool package. And they will either be someone that we know well enough that we trust, or asked to sign an agreement not to disclose certain things, because they'll be well ahead of what's going on of the series. Then they'll be far ahead of the comic series.
They can disclose it to me, though, if they wanted to share the novel.
Yes,
that would be an addendum in the contract.
Yep.
Aha! There we go. And I believe that was Matt who was asking about the different issues coming out. If that's the case, Matt. Hey, special tier for you. No, that's a fun one. That's cool. So you can get some super awesome dudes here. Oh, what is this? $6,000 trip to New York Comic Con. CJ, I think that might be in your for you.
So this was inspired by, I don't know if anybody's familiar with an amazing cartoonist, Keith Knight, who does the K Chronicles comic, did a television series was based on his work called Woke. He put in one of his Kickstarters, he was in a band, and he said, look, if you give us $10,000, my band and I will drive out and play at your house. So I am not in a band. I have no musical talent whatsoever, but I live 40 minutes out of Manhattan, and I go into New York Comic Con, and I can certainly fly someone out, put them up in the hotel near me, take them out to dinner, and be their personal guide to New York Comic Con for a day. So that's what we offered. And there's an alternative version where if someone lives close enough or wants to take care of their travel on their own, we'll put up 2 people in a hotel and get 2 passes and Uber 2 people around to the con.
Yes, let's go. Ooh, we got another future guest on my panel here, but yes, they're all excited. Did you say Woke?
It was the name of a TV series on Hulu by Keith Knight. That was the name of the series.
Yes. And thank you very much, Rocky. You guys have been killing it in your own streams as well, because I think everybody that's in chat has their own stream, which is awesome. And then, ooh, $10,000. Let's see, what is this all about here? That's a neat cover.
That is just if there is some amazing patron out there. I forgot we put that on there. That's the cover for issue number 5. So
well, there you go. Spoilers.
That's why we did that. We're like, look, if someone just wants to like guarantee that the next couple issues are published and wants to be the isolation patron and guarantees that we keep going with the series, that's what this is.
Oh, That's cool. No, I like how you mentioned ghosty vibes, and that gives you super ghosty vibes. It's a very hauntingly awesome looking cover there. Look at the blue. The blue is neat. So yes, any of you guys who's like, 10 grand just sitting around, there you go. You can get sneaky insider info. And it's all gone here. So original art edition. Okay, so it looks like, so CJ, you wanted to know if they had any of the original art tiers left. Those are all gone for the isolation ones.
I will mention, if anybody, we are out of those packages, but if you follow the artists on Instagram, I believe there are some pages, many of them of the originals have sold, but I do think Delia and Chase have some pages left. So if you are shut out of this and you're interested in original art, follow them on Instagram, reach out, and you might be able to snag a page.
Very cool. Very cool. And I'm going to post the link one more time for the Kickstarter because you have a little under 11 hours left. And Kyle, you keep working on your books, you will be a future guest. I'm just saying. And so Joe's going to go to New York this year, and CJ I already know is going to go to New York this year. And I know there's a couple other people in chat head up there. So if you do, go hit them up when they're over there. It looks like the rest of these tiers are gone. So yeah, we finished the end of your Kickstarter. Let's go back up here. Nice. You did get a backer during the stream, so that's cool. So yeah, 11 hours awesome. To go.
Yep. We're getting there.
Yes, we sure are. You will follow them on Instagram. Good. Let me place their Instagram links one more time in the chat. So you guys go click on here. This is for Beth and for Doug, and for the other artist. I will link the other artist down below so you can get in touch with them.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I like it when people go and follow people. Go do that, because that's what I'm here for. Like if you want to back stuff, go for it. But follow goes a long way.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Okay. I know you have to get ready for another stream coming up soon, so we've already been on an hour. Thank you both to joining me. Here, let me get rid of this real quick. Wait. Oh, where are we at? There we are. There we are. Boom. There we go. You guys. Thank you very much for joining me and going over your Kickstarter. And I'm eager to read this. I love it because it gives me lots of the vibes that I love over the years. Horror, mystery. I'm really big into like the serial killer, weirdo crime drama stuff. So I get that. That's cool. And Stepple mentioned earlier, Brigadoon. That's one of my all-time favorite tales of all time. Is the tale of O'Shea and like Tirna. That's I love that. So I'm excited about that. But the horror twist is amazing. What the hell? Okay, hold on. Let me find a question for you, and then it will highlight it because I did have 9 starred from you earlier. Jeez. Okay, hold on. Sorry.
Longer than Doug as well. If Doug needs, the job, I can stay.
I got a few more minutes, but if I do have to drop off, Beth can.
Yeah, I can answer some questions, not all, but.
Yeah. No. Okay. I'm already looking at some, but this is a good one. Do you happen to have a dream project or a creator that you would like to work with? Goes for either one of you.
Oh, there's a instructor at the Hubert School we talked about wanting to pull in at some point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Any of the Mandrake clan, working with any of the Mandrake clan would be fantastic. For me personally, I'm pretty happy if I'm on an interesting series with a good group of creators, and any horror-centric series I absolutely love. I got to work on one that hasn't been released yet. I'm like checking my phone every day, waiting for it to get picked up, called God is Hungry, and it was so great to work. I inked it with Chase Cowan, and I'm horror all the way. So really any horror project for me.
Yes. Do you have a writer that you'd want to work with, like going all the way back, dead or alive? Who do you want to illustrate a story for?
Well, I'm already working with Doug, and he is the best writer of all time. I think I can't.
Nailed it. Yeah,
perfect answer, Beth.
Do I get to keep my job, Doug?
You're hired.
Oh my! 2 more covers. All right. What about you, Doug? What, and anybody else that you would like to work with, or a project that you got want to sneak in there sometime?
Well, I have lots of other ideas sitting in my notebook. Isolation is a big one, so I'm focusing my energy there right now. Beth is amazing to work with. We have so many talented artists. I'm very content. The Tom Mandrake was the one that we were like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be great if someday, because of the work done on Alan Moore's Swamp Thing is just, it's just incredible. So yeah, and he's an instructor at the Qbert School. He was one of yours, right, Beth?
Yeah, I had him for 2 years. Amazing person, super nice person. One of the kindest people you'll ever meet, really.
Oh, that's great. All right, well, I hope you get to meet them and work with them sometime and do all that fun stuff, because that sounds exciting. And this is another question that's good, which actually has pertained around your books. It's a long one, but it's a decent one. You were one of the few people that released your books at a reasonable price of $6 when I picked up the first issue at New York Comic Con. How important was it to keep the price affordable to the masses?
Very. I mean, we want people to read the story, because we feel that if they do, they're going to love it. They're going to be hooked, and they're going to want to continue reading the series. Variant covers are fun. They're fun for collectors. They're great. But at the end of the day, the goal is, I'm a writer. I want people to read the story. Beth's a writer in her own right, and a letter, and a talented artist. And we just want people to get to know Isolation. And if we can put it at a price point that's reasonable, then hopefully people will pick it up.
Yeah, as a member of the masses myself, there have been multiple occasions where I've really loved a project, wanted to be able to support it, and have just not been able to financially. And that's always kind of a gut punch. So I think it's very, very important.
I know. That's also what kind of sucks about doing so many of these, is I want to back everyone's books, but I'm like, I'm not a millionaire. I can't afford every single project. But sometimes I'll have 4 to 5 on a week, and I'm like, I can't. It's a lot. But there's so many good stories and things out there. But I really, really like your idea that you have here, the art, everything around it, and I would love to back this. So I'm going to be doing that. But this is very exciting. So. I can't wait. And congrats to you again already, because you already fully funded. You're going to crush that other stretch goal already. So, yes, you're going to get it there. Get it. So that's cool.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Uh-oh.
I think we may have lost Doug.
We might have lost Doug. Did Bentley strike? Is that what happened?
Yep. Bentley is causing trouble.
Get back them all. Food is overrated. True, Rocky.
Yeah. It's like art supplies, right?
Oh no. So Doug is gone. That's okay. We'll come back. Okay. I'm going to ask this question. Doug's not here. Besides CJ's channel, of course, what's your favorite comic book YouTube channel? She doesn't have a comic book channel. Any comic, any YouTube. Promote them lovely.
Yeah, I used to, when I was in like middle school, I used to watch This Comic Sucks from Linkara way back, and he would do reviews of like the worst published comics at the time, and I always found that really entertaining, because as an artist breaking in, you watch things and you see that got published. So if that got published, I mean, I have an excellent shot, so that was always fun to watch.
The stretch goals. Doug will come back. Yes. I like those. I've been watching a lot of horror podcasts lately too. So like the people that do like the Robbie from Pop Culture Philosophers. That's another one. Yeah, that's a good one. But there's a lot of guys in the chat. They have their their stream. But I've been watching a ton of horror podcasts lately, and I love it when they do like the watch alongs. I'm like, yes,
yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah, any of those.
Those are so much fun. And Do you have anything coming up? I was going to ask Doug if he had anything to promote or come up, but he had a pop already to go to his next appearance. He's so popular. But do you have anything that you would like to promote coming up?
I know that Scott Polochik, who wrote Marcus, who you've had on the show before, he's working on issue 2 right now. So when that happens, oh, there he is.
Internet, and it's still funny, so I might get cut off.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you were able to come back because Rocky said here the next stretch goal is that you will come back. So that was there. But but if you can bounce, you can bounce. But we had such a lovely time with you. Thank you. Before you go anywhere, we were just talking to Beth here about her upcoming appearances, and we kind of cut you off a little bit. Would you like you could go finish what you were saying now?
So Marcus issue 2, when that happens, I'll be part of that. And then there's a couple other things in the works that just need to get picked up. And as soon as they're picked up, you'll be seeing them around. Some horror stuff as well, which is very exciting. Yeah, I know. I can't wait.
I'm excited about that. I can't wait to see what you do with horror books. Oh, yes. And Doug, you have an appearance coming up very soon. What other show are you going to be streaming on soon?
So shortly, I'll be on with Swaggle House Comics for those familiar.
All right. Yeah. Yes, we know the Swaggle. Yes. All right. Well, I've been here to kill it on there as well. So, yes.
Thank you so much. Now I need to make sure I can get my internet working.
Yeah, if you want to go take care of that, I could hang out and talk to Beth for a little bit. We'll wind up and then we'll go say hey to you at Swaggles. But thank you so much for coming on. You're welcome back anytime, and wish you continued success in all the stuff that you do. And
thank you so much for having me on. This was a blast, and thanks to everybody in the live stream and Beth always. So, but if you want to continue your conversation with Beth, she's awesome. So I do have to run. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Doug. That crack up now. You guys are killing me. So what I'm going to do real quick, though, is I have your Instagram up. So I will go and browse your Instagram real quick because you have some cool art on there that we didn't really get to see before. So I'm going to highlight you for a hot minute. So hot.
Thank you.
So hot. Let's see. No, where's my thingy? Stop. Yeah, stop the screen. Start the screen. Oh, this is complicated.
I always have a hard time with consistency on Instagram, and it's one of those major struggles. You know, I've got to use it, but I do have a hard time being consistent using it. So
Instagram has been so glitchy lately. I don't know what is up, but I can't message people. I can't follow people. Like, removes my people. I'm like, what are you doing there, guys?
It's a bit of a nightmare.
Now the real show starts. That's right. Whoa. Party time. All right. If you were to turn on a horror movie right now, what horror movie you're turning on? Let's go.
Oh my God. Any of the Scream franchise. Trick or Treat always, because I love that little guy.
I know, he's adorable.
He's just he always makes me happy, you know, just always. Any of that. I think I do like creature flicks as well. So anything with really good practical effects, honestly. I loved the perfect TV show for me when it came out was the Swamp Thing TV show with all the practical suits. I thought that was so good. I was very upset when that got cancelled. And then Penny Dreadful as well. I loved Penny Dreadful.
Oh, yeah, that was a good show as well.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Beetlejuice because I adore, first of all, Beetlejuice and Tim Burton. But I love that he said, screw CGI, we're going full practical effects on this. And I'm like, yes, I have been screaming and waiting for somebody to do that again because those to me are my most beloved films of all time. Yeah. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Let's go. That's the best. We need more of that. We need more of that.
It's so good, but it's so good. I really loved, and what broke my heart was when they remade The Thing in 2011, and you can watch the behind the scenes from the practical effects group, and everything was practical. They made animatronics that moved and that were beautiful. And then the editing team put CGI over everything, and it totally destroyed all the practical effect. It was so upsetting. Yeah. So
that's so upsetting. Yeah.
This is actually a panel from God is Hungry, the horror comic that I worked on. This is pencils by Chase Cowan and inks by me. So we actually got to work together as a team on this. I had so much fun inking his pencils. It was really a joy to ink him. Really cool. So
that's lovely. I like the black and white, like especially like the shadows and things. And then I like the character design. It's very cool.
Yeah. So this is a horror, supernatural horror. Again, I can't say much about it because it's not out yet, but taking place in the past. That's about all I can say.
Okay. It looks cool. I dig it.
A 6-issue run. This is another panel from the opening sequence as well.
Very cool. No, the art looks absolutely lovely. And there's some interiors. Oh, the clip, clap, 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 clap,
yes.
clap, clap, clap. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's some behind the scenes from me putting volume 1 together because I'm doing the production on it.
Lovely. And then more of your God is Hungry.
Yep. This is Oliver Dowling, who is another graduate of the Qubit School. He's a great guy, really fun to work with. And I got the opportunity to color this for him as well.
Oh, it looks gnarly. I like the colors that you guys chose as well. Oh,
yeah, there he is, the man himself.
Hi, Reggie. Whoa.
Yes,
that is gnarly.
Mark Silvestri, one of my inspirations. Those are his pencils and my inks on top, just to sort of practice a really difficult, texture-heavy artist. I absolutely love the stuff he does, and he was definitely a big inspiration for the type of inking I like to do. So that's just a practice piece for me.
Very, very classic ink style. Yes. Yes. So what I always say too about people, especially like inkers and colorists. Oh shit, what do I do? Inkers and dang it, what the hell? Okay, stop. Okay, I'm gonna stop hitting things. It's always a really good mix when you can find a penciler, an inker, and a colorist that just completely mesh well together. Yes. And one is not trying to overshadow the other one. Like you look at a piece of art, it looks like a cohesive piece of art. Mm-hmm. And you did a great job inking his line work over here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I think finding a good team that meshes well can be a real struggle. And, you know, everyone's responsible. Thank you, Oliver. Everyone's responsible for their own portion. You can have amazing pencils and then inks can fall flat, or you can have amazing inks and then the colors might change things up a bit. So you really have to, lettering as well. Lettering can really change the way a page reads. So everyone has to be very mindful and work together as a total team.
Definitely, because I've actually got a couple pieces on my wall that are inked and colored over for Silvestri and for a couple other artists. And when you look at those, the ink is too oversaturated. So it blurs out his line work. And it's such a shame because you're like, this is such a lovely piece of art, but you can't see it because of how dark, just it went too over dark. They could have let it breathe just a little bit, but
textured inks like this are always really difficult to color. I have a lot of respect for the colorists who do color inks from Silvestri or Bolland as well. Brian Bolland is a difficult person to color for, because the inks are so finished. You know, the artwork is so finished at the ink stage that coloring is a really tricky balance with those type of artists.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It is.
He's amazing.
He's literally half my walls are full. Silvestri and Turner, that's like my go-to. That's like my boo. You could add some Finch in there as well. That was like entirely my childhood growing up. But look at that.
There we go. That's the work in progress.
Neat
stuff of it.
Yeah, you can see the pencil lines. I like where you're like jumping around and inking things. That's so cool.
Yeah, trying not to lose my sanity. That is.
The amount of details that were right here on the mouth right there, that must have been trippy to even attempt to do. Like, what were you using? Nibs at that point? Like how tiny were you going?
Yeah, so I use a color I can show you.
Let's see.
I have these dip nibs where I basically dip into ink and ink using those. You know, you have various nibs as well for various lines. And then I also use Copic fine liners, which are these things, the Copic multi-liner, and they come in various different tips, the smallest of which is 0.03, which is about a horsehair. It's really tiny. So when inking something like Silvestri, you're using 0.1, 0.05, and 0.03.
Wow.
That's the thickness.
I would almost probably puke trying to do that, because I try to eat my own stuff and I'm like scribble scrabble and I'm like, dang it, that's harsh. But yeah, no, that's got to be microscopic. So when stuff gets that tiny, do you put it under like a magnifying glass just so that you can even see it?
I do. I mean, I'm wearing glasses now. You know, my eyes
I can't see anything.
Yeah, I have a little stand hooked to my desk that has a ring light and a magnifying glass.
Oh, okay.
If I'm doing something really tiny, I have that ring light magnifying glass, so I have really good lighting and really good magnification.
That's awesome. Okay, I want to look into that, because I have the ring light up here. When I use it, it has improved my line work tremendously because I can see.
Yes.
Like, why did I think of that before? Like,
very helpful. Sight is a helpful tool when you're when you're doing art.
All I want to know, the G pen.
I think that's the nib that he's referring to. This is a very thick nib here, so it's not one you would use to ink those fine lines. But if you were to spot blacks or do a really thick outline, I would be using that, because otherwise I'm doing too many pen strokes for a thicker line. I'd rather just get it in that smooth motion if I can.
Ooh, okay. I like this. I like we're doing art time.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Here, look, 0.03. Here's a quarter next to this intensely detailed skeletal figure. Yeah, come on. What are you? How is this dude not wearing like the biggest glasses of all time at this point? I don't understand, because I can't even read this from here.
Yeah, you know, when you see an artist who's just so insanely talented, it kind of makes you frustrated that they have that much talent inside them. I'll never forget, I watched a little video of him drawing at a Comic-Con, and he was just using a Sharpie. There was no pencil lines at all, just using a Sharpie, and it was ridiculous. So good and really quite unfair.
No, like I watched Jason and some of these other guys like in chat, I'll go hang in their art streams. They're like, yeah, I want to do a sketch cover, and they do it in like 20 minutes. I'm like, get out of here with your skills and your trickery. Get out of here.
So rude.
Ooh, that's awesome.
It's a little Crimson Peak inspired Halloween sketch.
That's so fantastic. I love that.
Thank you. Yeah, that's another one of my favorite films.
The artistry that is in that is phenomenal.
The behind the scenes practical make with Javier Botet as the ghosts.
So good. I love anything like period pieces too, are just absolutely insanely gorgeous as is. But when you throw in the gothic horror element, there's something just like ultra sexy about that. Like you can't, like you're like, yes. Like I immediately go back to like Bram Stoker and like Mary Shelley. I'm like, I want to be in those times. And I'm like, probably no, that's probably not a good idea at the same time.
It's almost a romantic take on horror. That's Guillermo del Toro. He does most of his horror is mostly love stories with the horror element as metaphors. And I think that's really great horror when you see that.
And he's another one that really understands artistry, because he does the sets, he does the costumes, but most of all, he does the practical effects.
Yes.
And I love that. And there's something more endearing about a story when you see that with the practical effects, that you feel like you're part of that. Like, I don't feel like that when I see CGI. It's just, you look at it, you're like, oh, I'm in a computer. Like, you're like, yeah. But no, I like that when people go back to the basic of the roots. Let's go, people.
Yeah. This is from a series that I'm currently writing, which has not been out there yet. But this is a skin hag, which is one of my favorite kinds of witches. And they obviously live in holes in trees. And, they just need some skin to look normal.
Witch lore, let's go, because I love witches. Let's go. Any movies that are horror movies revolving around witches or Halloween time. My favorite. Also, Mother Krampus is amazing. Do you know the story of Mother Krampus?
I don't think so.
So she was sacrificed as a witch back in the day, and then she comes back and returns around Christmas time to make gingerbread cookies out of the skin of children.
I do know that one. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. As you got to.
You know, sometimes they deserve it. You know, I'm not gonna say why, but you know, hey, you know.
Well, there we go. That's the team. That's the isolation. That's Dave Bratton, Doug's brother in the Superman shirt, and that's Delia taking the picture in the front there.
Aw, nice. And those are some amazing glasses as well. Holy, I'm quite jealous. Ooh,
there we go. Yeah, that's a work in progress for a friend of mine. It is still a work in progress because I'm not a painter. So I'm slowly but surely.
Hey, you've done storyboarding. You understand it. You already pictured what I was saying in my head as I was saying it, and you were horrified. And that is how you know story is amazing, is when you have reactions like that. Yes, let's go. Let's go witch lore books. Let's go. We need more of those. Ooh, that's haunting. Ooh, wait. Oh, it's moving. Ooh.
Yes, so this is on Procreate. So it's a little again, atmospheric doodle. I don't think this was prompted by anything, just trying out some new brushes and everything. A lot of what's on my Instagram is me playing around with different techniques and different mediums, and then deciding, I haven't posted on Instagram in 3 years. Let me put something on there.
Yeah, sometimes you got to come back and just let people know, hey, you know, I'm still doing some stuff. And yes.
I'm still.
You know, you could take us into the shower and then just watch us as you're going. Then you won't have to miss any of this and repeat it. I'm just saying, you know, you could also make ramen in there because you are pro ramen. I know. Oh, cool. So this is like your the cover 2 that you were showing earlier, the process work on it.
Exactly. This is that cover 2 process again on my iPad in Procreate, and then I took it into Photoshop to finish and tighten it up a bit.
Ooh, that looks cool. Oh, there we go. And there's a super clear picture. Yeah, I like that you can see all the line work in here. That's awesome. So good. Oh, there's more of those. Lovely.
This was when we were kickstarting. I think it was issue 4 or 3. Reggie would do a little Kickstarter on his website, and one of the things that people could get with their purchase was one of these little sketch cards. And these were all the different options for the purple cover I did for issue 1. The middle one is the final one that we did. But I did all these different options and sent them over to Reggie and Doug. And then they decided which one they wanted out of these.
Oh, that's so cool. These are cards. So what have you done with it? Did you just use ink or watercolor?
Yeah, so this is all traditional. So it's ballpoint pen. And then I believe it's the Winsor Newton Lightfast inks for some of it. One of it is like a water-soluble graphite. And then the gold is a metallic gouache. So it's reflective in person.
So cool. The gold would look really nice against that pink and purplies.
I really wanted this cover to be.
Wait.
Yeah. So I wanted the cover to be printed with metal, you know, like a
metal. Yeah.
And hopefully one day we'll be able to do a little exclusive, small little run of it. That was, you know, one of my blue sky ideas. You know, maybe if we're possible to do it, let's do that printing. So someday in the future, you'll probably see an edition of that one with the gold.
I hope so, because I think that would look really amazing in a metally type goodness.
So.
Oh,
there we go.
Necronomicon. Yes.
A little bit of traditional inking for you. That's with I don't know what nib I'm using there, but you can see I took a long break. Yes, but again, traditional inking for you.
Oh, that's awesome. No, I feel your pain. I like 5 years ago, we went on a horror cabin watercolor kick. I did so many of those. I cannot, for the life of me, mix pink brown anytime. If you ask me right now, I'm like, no, I'm horrified by that.
Yeah, that's like pointillism. You can do pointillism a little bit, and then at a certain point, you never want to look at dots again.
Yeah, you're like, no, I'm done. I'm good. I don't want to do that no more. Yeah. Oh no, that looks so gnarly. You know exactly what it is when you do it. And yes, go read it. Unleash chaos upon the world. Let's go.
Oh, there we go. That's our little guy.
Sam.
Yeah, little buddy.
Oh, yay.
Oh, he's so sweet. I really love him.
It's adorable. It's adorable. Yeah, you definitely got to go check out that the Kickstarter that they had for the Omni, because there's a whole additional story in there, a whole brand new one.
I definitely will. Will. That's one of those things that's always sort of sticks with me. If I'm going to introduce someone to horror and they're not a horror person, a lot of times I'll go with Trick or Treat as a good introduction.
Yes. It's also a good Halloween movie too. So that's all. So I have a couple movies that I watch all throughout Halloween, because my Halloween is like Halloween movies that take place anytime around Halloween. Right. So this I watch on Halloween. Halloween I watch on Halloween, but on the 30th, of course, I watch The Crow because I'm in Detroit.
Right, of course.
That's like, no brainer. You gotta do that. Yes.
I do a spooky movie every night on October. As soon as October starts, every single day, I'm going down my list of ooky spooky movies, and I'm watching everything. And usually, I'm struggling to find someone who's not opposed to fear, who's gonna watch it with me.
We do a yearly thing with the low grades, which is 31 days of the low grade horror, and we come up with a list, and we all watch whatever we come up on a list. So that's fun.
I love that.
This will be year 3 that we've been doing this, so that's a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. They're sensing a skin theme here. Yeah, come on, let's go. Pointillism is really neat, but I don't see how. Okay, my eyes are dead from reading and from doing art, like over a 40-year span. How people that are doing pointillism and like, oh my God, those old grannies that do those intricate lace thingies where they're like, I'm like, no, my eyes can't even concentrate on what you're doing, much less my brain power. That's intense.
I have so much respect for artists who do pointillism, artists who do photorealistic painting as well. Yeah. It's amazing. I know I couldn't do it. Animation is another one that I know I don't have the patience or the consistency to pull off. And it's, I really respect anyone who is able to do it. It's something that I'm just, it's not in my wheelhouse. Oh, there he is.
So adorable. Oh, there's screams, of course. Yes. Let's go. So no, you need to come back, because we're gonna be doing the horror movies, and we will be coming back and checking you out. But please come back. And where are we? Where the hell are we? There we are. Yes, come back. We will talk horror. We might even watch a movie or something, because me and another creator we're attempting to come up with a show where we watch movies and kind of review them. So you are definitely in on our little thing that we're doing. So
I'd love it. That would be great. It's such an amazing community. The horror community is so full of passionate, talented people. And I think real, genuine storytellers. Horror is an umbrella that allows you to tell really any story. And it's one of the reasons why I love it so much, because you can do so much with it and you're not limited by a specific box.
Yes. And depending on like what horror you're watching as well, like you have like the fantasy type stuff, but then you have like the real gritty stuff that makes you think. Like there was a kind of a suspense crime horror movie that came out in South Korea a couple of years back, and it actually got people to change the legislature because it was based on a true story.
Wow.
So there's a lot of stuff that's impacted on a great storytelling. And I believe horror and some of those crime things that really push those buttons, like they really get people thinking and stuff. It's not just to scare people, but it has a message.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sometimes it's just pure fun. And then other times it has that deeper message. Yeah,
exactly. And then sometimes, put my favorite movie on and just go giggle for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
2 hours.
I've watched my fair share of, shall we say, low budget. Yeah, they're really fun though. I mean, I have a blast, but it's you know.
There's 2 movies that I could put on right now, and they're the dumbest movies on the planet, but I don't know why, but I will go back and watch these anytime. And that's the, what is it? Terra Blood Fart Lake.
I haven't seen that one.
It's so cheesy. It's so cheesy. And then Dude Bro Party Massacre 3.
Oh,
there
I
is
don't see that either.
Okay, there is no 1 or 2. There's just only 3. But they get into that during the thing. But it is the stupidest movie that you'll ever watch. But it is just like, it's good. But yes, I recommend Dude Bro Party Massacre 3 to anyone that is watching that likes horror, stupid movies, bro time with the bros. It is dumb as hell. So go watch it. But yes, this is Beth. Go follow her all the places. Let me drop your linky poo back down here one more time and go check her out. But also go check out the Kickstarter that's here. And we've been chatting for an hour and a half. So let's get out of here. Let's go get some snacks.
Nice. Yep.
Let's do that. I want to do that. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to bloop, bloop, bloop. And end this. We're going to get out. Oh, yeah. Follow me tomorrow where who I have on tomorrow. Rogue, The American Dream. They're back for a second chance campaign. So what? Tomorrow at 7. All right. Let's get out of here. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Boop, 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 boop.